Hey guys, it's Joe from Pocketnow.com, and I just got a package from FedEx. I think it's the myTouch 4G. Alright, so let's take a look at what comes inside the package. Taking it out, now this is very unusual packaging for an Android phone. Generally speaking, you've got a box, and it either lifts up or lifts off. This case, it's just a wrap. It's got the branding on the side, some information on the back. Top and bottom are open, and then of course it's got your unique identifying barcode type information on the side, so that's going to vary by box. I won't show you that. But we'll go ahead and slide this out. Now the first thing you're going to notice is a very nice looking case with a little, looks like a little metal piece down there that says My, which is the T-Mobile logo for the myTouch series of phones. Kind of squishy, kind of nice. Let's go ahead and open this up with the zipper. Open that out. Okay, the first thing we've got is a pretty good presentation of stuff. So let's go to cables, since we're always interested. These are white cables, which is kind of unusual. Generally speaking, the cables are black in color. We've got headset. No magnetic stuff here like Zune, just regular headsets with squishies and clip attached. Looks like you've got foam squishies as well as the silica style squishies if you like those a little bit better. Take off the white rubber band here. And we'll go down. Fairly long cord for a headset. You do have the controls right there. Forward, back, play, pause, and your phone buttons. Of course, this is also your microphone for your headset. And then a rather large, comparatively speaking, headphone jack down there. Most of the time these are getting smaller and smaller. Apple kind of started that with their iPod series of devices. This is a little bit bigger, which I kind of like. It's got little raised edges here to help pull that out, so it might be a little bit easier to use. Still not big, not bulky like they used to be way back in the olden days, but let's go ahead and keep looking. Next thing is we've got this USB cable, and it is a micro USB. Nice rounded edges, again with that little lip there to help you pull on both sides, so that's kind of nice. Move on, we've got our power wall wart. It's got a nice cover over here. It's a little hard to come off. This is a US phone, so it's got the US style prongs. Not grounded, but most of them are not. And then of course your USB port for charging there. Really nice looking, I like this. It's not quite as small as some of the others that I've seen, but still looks very good, and with it being all white to match kind of the other accessories, it's kind of cool. So let's move on to the paperwork, because I know you guys watch these videos just so you can see the paperwork. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the sleeve. We've got a getting started guide, the myTouch 4G collection, terms, conditions, return policy, limited warranty, and of course what's becoming more and more standard is a prepaid mailing label, so you can send back your old phone for recycling or repurposing. So that's kind of cool. If you guys haven't done that before, I'd highly recommend that you do that. It gives your phone new life, and it keeps it out of the landfills. So there's your be friendly to the environment plug for the day. Let's go ahead and move along, and we have the device itself. We'll go ahead and lift that out, and I'm going to just set that to the side while we look and see. There is not anything extra, but you do have a couple extra pockets in here and whatnot, so that's really nice. We'll go ahead and move the case out of the way and onto the phone. So here is the phone. We'll just do an initial look around. First of all, it is white with black on the front, silver accents, which is really nice. Fitting in the hand, it fits pretty nicely. Not quite as nice as, say, the HTC Desire HD does. They could do a little bit more beveling on these edges. But you do have a nice glass front with plastic and actual physical buttons, which is unusual. Rather than the capacitive buttons, you have a volume button over here on the side. This is a, feels like it functions like a true rocker. Now here's something very unique, reminiscent of the Nexus, and that's those 3 gold dots. Don't know what they're for, but I'm suspecting that this is to allow for some docking, whether that's a desktop dock or most likely a car dock for GPS and whatnot. I bet they're going to use those just like the Nexus One did. There is your micro USB port, and it kind of stands out from this rounded back relatively well. We've also, on the back of the phone, got your speaker, your camera, and flash. And just looking really fast, the camera is 5 megapixel. It does have autofocus and zoom, so that's kind of cool. And then we've got the nice back panel, which feels like it is metal. We'll get to that in a minute. Over here on the side, we've got a camera button. Up on top, power and headphone jack. The front of the device, of course, has your speaker, has some myTouch branding on it, and then, of course, your front-facing camera, which is one of the selling points for this device. So, kind of cool. Down on the bottom, we've got home, menu, back, and the Google search or the My Search or the whatever button you want to call that. That is the Google Genius or the T-Mobile Genius button. And then, of course, an action button. On the bottom, you just have a very simple microphone, and that is it. So let's go ahead and open this puppy up. So, very easy. That is, in fact, aluminum, and this is the myTouch 4G White 2. Inside, we've got a battery, we've got a push the SD card to release, so it pops out rather than lifts up. What's coming standard with most devices anymore is this Samsung 8GB micro SD. It is class 2, so that comes with this. Comes with a SIM card. Now, this is a review unit from T-Mobile, so they're giving us the unit to try. They're also including a SIM, so I'm going to use their SIM with their wireless plan, so it doesn't come off of my plan. And of course their phone number as well. I'll wire that up to Google Voice so that my phone calls will still come through to it and whatnot during the testing period. But they've been gracious enough to provide us this unit to test, and of course our results are our results and not theirs. So let's look at the battery now. It lifts out pretty well. There's your water damage indicator on the phone and then another one on the battery. Standard battery. This one is a 1400 milliamp hour, so a little bit smaller than the Nexus One, but a good chunk bigger than that of the Desire HD. So we'll go ahead and put that back. See how this back plate fits. If I don't drop it, don't do that at home. Now, one thing, this kind of stands out, so I'll show it to you. Right here on the lip is what looks like damage to the back plate. I don't know if you can see that well in the video or not, but it looks kind of like it's been pried up or folded up. That's okay. That's supposed to be there. That actually blends in with the surround around the camera. So don't worry about that. It's just kind of one of those weird things when you look at it, you think, oh no, I've bent my phone. But no, it's actually okay and it's good. So there you go. The unboxing and hardware first look at the myTouch 4G from T-Mobile. Of course, we're going to be showing you quite a few more things about this phone. Next up is going to be the first boot, so make sure you subscribe to our video channel so you can see that. If you like seeing these first looks at new hardware, make sure you subscribe to our channel and head over to Pocketnow.com to read the articles associated with these devices. And of course, for Pocketnow.com, I'm Joe Levi.